Ask me.
James, how the hell do we get those diamonds down again?
Diamonds are forever sparkling round my little finger. Unlike men, the diamonds linger. Men are mere mortals who are not worth going to your grave for. I don't need love. For what good will love do me? Diamonds never lie to me. For when love's gone, they luster on. Diamonds are forever, forever, forever. Diamonds are forever, 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 forever.
It's Thames, and tonight at 10:30, it's Boon.
I'm talking about the sort of package that comes in leather and unzipped.
Oh, nothing ever goes wrong here.
I'm not in the business to scare people, Mr. Boon. But stay off your bike. At least for a while.
Oh, it's 5-2 now. 5 minutes isn't gonna kill you.
Ken Boon and the Texas Rangers are in trouble again in Boon. Tonight at the later time of 10:30 on Thames.
Buonanotte.
Waiter, could we have more coffee, please?
Si, signore.
Ciao.
Ciao, Franco.
Because we thought making filter coffee was sometimes a bit of an effort, we made Brooke Bond Red Mountain. Red Mountain is freeze-dried to taste fresh and richly roasted.
Signorina.
Lovely, thank you.
Waiter.
You wanted the bill?
Yes, please.
Of course.
And one last coffee, please.
Red Mountain. It's like ground coffee taste without the grind.
Today, cooking with cultures in Hong Kong. With cook in the pot stir-fry sweet and sour pork. So, chop, Mr. Lee. Whilst I do the tricky bit, blending the aromatic sweet and sour flavors. Now we stir-fry. And in 5 minutes, authentic tasting sweet and sour pork. He likes it. Makes a change from junk food.
Enjoy cooking with culture with Cook in the Pot.
Lancome invites you into the future of skincare with Niosome System Anti-Age, a daytime regime developed in Lancome's own skincare laboratories to help beautiful skin appear younger.
Niosome, used in the daytime, makes your skin look and feel younger than you ever thought possible.
Lancome at all leading department stores.
They wore their itsy bitsy teeny weeny Peaudouce ultra baby bikini. That's what they wore to go out and play.
New Baby Bikini is an ultra-absorbent nappy from Peaudouce. It's super slim and a super fit and keeps babies super dry.
2, 3, 4, tell the people what they wore. They wore their itsy bitsy teeny weeny Peaudouce ultra baby bikini. And in these nappies, they're happy to play.
Baby Bikini, the dry nappy from Peaudouce.
Where do millions of jets, helicopters, planes, trains and lorries go when they need top quality fuels? The same place you do. BP. BP. On the move.
When you DIY to do, Payless will see you through. Payless for DIY.
to do at a time like this. Turn to the bottle, mate.
Late night family entertainment for your bank holiday Monday on Thames. At 11:30, join Richard Stilgoe.
Black Forest Gatto is good for you with E407 and E102.
With special guest comedian Maureen Lipman and singer-songwriter Peter Skellen. The Richard Stilgoe Show, bank holiday Monday night entertainment at 11:30 on Thames.
And this is Thames from London. We now go over to ITN.
The news from ITN.
British police go to Holland to track down the IRA killers. Legionnaire's disease at the BBC, 16 cases are now feared. Prince Charles' concern as a polo opponent takes a tumble. And for the 5th time, Steve Davis is snooker's world champion. Good evening. A team of top British anti-terrorist experts has arrived in Holland tonight to help track down the IRA gang who killed 3 servicemen yesterday. They were called in by Dutch police who've admitted they still have no leads. A spokesman there said the killers came from nowhere and vanished into thin air. Senior airman Ivan Lewis, who was injured in the attack, has had his foot amputated. He's said to be very seriously ill.
Security measures have been stepped up at all military bases near the border with Holland as the search continues for the IRA terrorists responsible for the attacks. A state of black alert has been declared, which means all cars are being searched and servicemen asked to maintain vigilance.
We're all in this terrorist thing together. We must watch out for ourselves and for each other. Even when we're out on the town, we've got to stay alert. That way, we'll stay alive.
Notices have been set up at the border crossings advising British military personnel not to enter Holland. The large numbers of servicemen stationed with their families at bases near the border means they will always present a vulnerable target to the IRA.
Soldiers use the pub and they go there every week. All you need is someone to watch you for a few weeks and they know exactly what you're doing. So, you know, now I won't go to the clubs, I won't go to places where soldiers hang out. I'll just go out with the wife and have a meal somewhere and go. You know, it'll be a different place every week. I won't go to the same club anymore.
It's been announced today that the issue of distinctive British forces number plates is to be reviewed. It's feared they're an easy giveaway for the terrorists. The 2 men who survived this machine gun attack were transferred today to a military hospital in West Germany. The surgeon who first operated on them described their condition.
Well, it didn't say much in the beginning. They were quite dazed, stunned, and one of them didn't even know he was shot. And he discovered it at the time he was here. Both of them were wounded with many fragments, you know, not only with bullets.
Forensic experts sifting through the wreckage of the car bomb were today joined by 2 explosives experts from the British police. The results of the tests aren't expected for several days. The Dutch police coordinating the search for the terrorists submitted tonight to no firm leads so far. They don't know how the IRA gang got here. They don't know how the gang got away. They still don't have any clear eyewitness statements or any description of the attackers. David Chater, ITN in Holland.
More than 1,000 Israeli troops are reported to have crossed into Lebanon tonight to track down Palestinian guerrillas. An army spokesman said the search is being carried out in the security zone in southern Lebanon. Other reports say there's also been heavy shelling of villages further north.
Israeli forces are engaged in what's reported to be a limited operation in an area of South Lebanon. It's said to be where Palestinian guerrilla groups have recently been active in launching cross-border attacks against Israel. 2 Israeli soldiers, one a lieutenant colonel, were killed last week during a fierce gun battle with 3 Palestinian infiltrators who were themselves killed. That was the 11th attempt to infiltrate Israel since a Palestinian hang glider pilot carried out a suicide raid last year and shot dead 6 Israeli soldiers at an army base. Since then, Palestinian guerrilla groups have vowed to step up their attacks on Israel to support the Palestinian uprising. And last month's assassination of the PLO's Abu Jihad helped pave the way for reconciliation between feuding Palestinian groups. Brent Sadler, ITN, Israel.
Doctors are concerned tonight that an outbreak of Legionnaire's disease at the BBC in London could become very serious. 3 cases are now confirmed, another 13 are suspected.
Engineers and environmental health officers worked throughout the day at Broadcasting House in the centre of London. On the roof of the building, all ventilation systems and air conditioning ducts were being checked and disinfected after 3 men were admitted to hospital, all confirmed victims of Legionnaire's disease. Health officials took water samples away from Broadcasting House and surrounding BBC properties for testing. As news of another 13 suspected cases of the disease spread, staff inside the building were officially given details of the outbreak.
I would think there's a fair amount of concern amongst my colleagues. As you know, it's all air-conditioned, studio-wide.
This evening, Radio 4 broadcast details of the infection and the action being taken by the BBC.
Disinfection work has been carried out at Broadcasting House. The 2 cooling towers serving the building and its extension have been closed down and will not be returned to service for a few days.
The health checks on equipment here are still far from complete. Public health officials will be back in the morning to take more water samples, not just from BBC equipment, but also from water cooling systems on other business properties in the area.
The National Union of Seamen says it now expects to have its assets seized tomorrow for breach of a High Court injunction over secondary picketing. The dispute hit more ports today, but some services to the continent did run.
The Pride of Bruges sailed in with the sun this morning.
Pride of Bruges, port control, we'll just close up slowly. As soon as it's clear, I'll bring you in.
She and her sister ship, the Pride of Kent, had crossed to Zeebrugge overnight. At the unloading ramp, signs that P&O was still unable to mount a full service. The cargo holds were barely half full. 2 hours later, though, the ferries were away again. But as they left, the NUS rejected company claims that they'd broken the strike. 3 of the crew members who returned to the picket lines warned more would follow.
My father went to sea. And it's you know, you just can't do that. You can't do that to your own kind.
To split a community and people and hatred